we're continuing around the world in San Francisco. So we were continuing with the culture. So Cuban is under West Indian. We're going to Danish next. So Danish. The Bay Area Danish Americans number 15,000 people. So this is in 1950s. One of the largest concentration of Danes in the U.S. Most of them live in the Buena Vista Hill neighborhood, in the streets about Market, Church, and 14th Street, in Oakland and Alameda. Solvang San Luisville Company is a Danish farming community, complete with church and folk school. There are a large number of professional and businessmen among the Danish Americans, many skilled workers, mechanics, and beauty shop operators. Most Danes are members of the Lutheran Church, but some are Baptist, Methodist, and Mormon. Danish Flag Day comes on June 15. April 12 is the birthday of Hans Christian Andersen. Churches: Protestant, St. Ansgar Lutheran, 152 Church Street in San Francisco. Central Methodist, 754 14th Street in San Francisco. Our Savior Lutheran, 1736 7th Avenue in Oakland. Danish Norwegian Methodist, 608 20th Street in Oakland. Organizations: Danish Brotherhood, 44 Page Street in San Francisco. Danish American Women's Club, 465 Post Street in San Francisco. Dania number 2, 44 Page Street, San Francisco. Danish Singing Society, Viren, 739 Page Street in San Francisco. Danish Hall, 164 11th Street in Oakland. Publications: Bien Weekly Nonpartisan, 3000-435 Dupont Duboci Street in San Francisco. American Scandinavian English Language Monthly, 435 Duboci Street, San Francisco. Restaurant Meldon's Claridge Hotel, 6th Street, 415th Street in Oakland. So next culture after is Dutch. This is all alphabetical, by the way. So Dutch is under Netherlands, and then next would be East Indian. San Francisco's East Indian community is a small one. 85 merchants, importers, and salesmen. Not included in this group are several Indian, Portuguese, Roman Catholic families from Goa. The Indian residents of San Francisco are generally Hindu in religion, attend the Vedanta mission at Fillmore and Vallejo Street, and speak Hindustani. The Hindus of California have the Hindustani Welfare and Relief Society with headquarters in El Centro. The radical Gadar Party, called the Pacific Coast Hindustani Association, has a home at 5 Wood Street, where they maintain an ashram for indigent, aged, and students. The other natives of India on the west coast, a possible total of 3,000, are Sikhs from the Punjab. Their native language is Punjabi, which differs considerably from Hindustani. They are generally employed in agricultural pursuits, working the rice crops, the cotton crop of the Imperial Valley, and the vegetable lands in the Delta section of the Sacramento and San Joaquin valleys. Sikhism is a reform movement against caste system, sectarianism, symbol worship, and aims for the unity of Hindu and Muslim. There are 9 Sikh temples on the Pacific Coast. the chief temples in Stockton and Vancouver, BC. At the Stockton Temple is kept the Granth, or sacred book containing precepts of the Gurus. In this hall, scriptures are read and expounded by a priest daily. Their national society is the Khalsa Diwan, or the League of Fellowship. Aims of the society are the promotion of religious interest among the Sikhs and promotion of education among the Indians of America and India. Indian Independence Day on January 26th is the time for gathering of East Indians from far and near. The anniversary of the death of Gandhi is observed with prayers and eulogies. At this time, Hindus are joined by members of other groups, internationalists, pacifists, and admirers of the great Mahatma. The chief of a Sikh holiday is their New Year, April 15. Curries and other exotic East Indian food are served at India House, 629 Washington Street, and the Curry Bowl, 4321 Geary Boulevard. The next cultures, continuing, Ecuadorian is under Latin America, English is under British, obviously. Let's see what this was. Where are you? This is the Hindu temple. Shown here, one of the Hindu temples. So continuing, Estonian. San Francisco's 200 Estonians have been here only 6 or 7 years. They came as refugees from the Soviet rule that had seized their happy little land. Devoted to freedom, they endured suffering and privation to escape from intolerance and intolerable repression. Some arrived here after a long and hazardous voyage across the Atlantic in ancient fishing boats and light pleasure craft, living in a saga of courage and determination that has thrilled Americans. Others came out of German displaced prison camps. These latest additions to cosmopolitan San Francisco are of the professional and middle classes of Estonia and have taken their places here in the business and artistic life of the city. Europeans have long known that Estonia had the largest proportionate number of university graduates of any country. So it is not surprising that they should soon find their way into the professional ranks. Their knowledge of many languages has made them excellent interpreters, language teachers, clerks in airline offices. Others are physicians, engineers, mechanists or machinists, nurses, and ship officers. Estonians are entirely Protestant, mostly Lutheran, and their native tongue is similar to Finnish, with whom they have much in common, racially as well as socially. Estonian Americans have settled in widely separated areas of the city, but since the Potrero Hill, neighborhood house has held open house for them and has been a haven of refuge. They have congregated in large numbers in this vicinity. Potrero Hill Neighborhood House. So the Estonian Society, San Francisco, ST South, 953 Dahero Street, meets in this building, as well as an excellent choir and dramatic and folk dance group. San Francisco, East South. Estonian Americans celebrate the independence of Estonia on February 24. They join the other displaced persons from the Baltic states, Latvia, Lithuania, in a commemorative ceremony for the victims of the mass deportations of their countrymen to slave labor camps on June 14. The next race is Filipino. There are approximately 7,000 Filipinos living in the Bay Area. The single men, a transient population of seamen, hotel and restaurant workers, Alaskan cannery workers gather about Kearny Street from Sacramento Street to Pacific Street. Along the street and the side streets on the edge of Chinatown are the restaurants, clubs, and pool rooms for the Filipino boys. Filipino. So restaurants and clubs and such. The family men, including many students, professional men, live along the Divisadero Street. Since the war, many Filipinos have come to the States, and the formerly entirely male population of Filipino Americans, I keep saying Filipino, I don't know why, has been graced by the women now living here. But the proportion of women to men among Filipino Americans is still very small, and about 1 to 50. Many Filipinos have married white women. Oh joy. Filipinos' predominating tongue is Tagalog, but since many speak other dialects, English is used as a means for general communication. Filipinos are mostly Roman Catholics, but there are some Protestants and some members of the native sect Aglipayan. Stockton, with over 10,000 Filipino Americans, is the largest colony in America. Among them are many wealthy businessmen, ranchers. Yes, our story has a visitor. The colony maintains a fine social center and publishes a newspaper in both Tagalog and English. Churches: Protestant Filipino Methodist, 2012 Pine Street. Filipino Methodist, 1125 West Street in Oakland. Organization: Filipino Community of San Francisco, 2870 California Street. Grand Oriente Filipino Masonic, 95 Center Place. Knights of Dimas along 443 Broadway. Post number 62, American Legion, Veterans Building, Civic Center. Okay, Filipino American Center, 1672 Sutter Street. Filipino American Welfare Association, 1727 O'Farrell Street. Iloilo Circle, 1809 Sutter Street. Filipino American Veterans Club, 695 Jackson Street. Alameda County Filipino Association of California, 4168th Street in Oakland. Knights of Dimas along 1613 Franklin Street in Oakland, Filipino Club of University of California, 2509 Hearst Avenue, obviously in Berkeley. Restaurants: Manila Cafe, 606 Jackson Street, Luzon Cafe, 643 Kearny Street. Next is Finnish. Finnish fins, like a fish's fin. The 1950 census lists 5,700 Finnish Americans in the metropolitan area, 2,000 in San Francisco and 2,000 in West Berkeley, 500 in Alameda, the San Francisco, where am I? Okay. Colony Centers Market and Duboce Streets and the clubhouses, church, and steam baths are only a few blocks away. In Berkeley, the centers about University Avenue, Chestnut, and Byron Streets. Some of the Finns speak Swedish as their native tongue and have their own society, the Order of Runeberg. Most Finnish Americans belong to the Lutheran Church, but there are many with no religion affiliation. There is a wide variety of political opinion, from the extreme right to the left. Finns work at a variety of skilled trades, are prominent in building and construction trades, and trucking, lumber industry, though they have practical nurses, masseuses, and cooks. The majority, however, are connected with the sea and ships. Occasionally, Finnish four-masted schooner puts into port, creating a stir on the Embarcadero. In Finland, every home has its own steam bath, a unique feature of Finnish life. In America, Finnish residents usually build a steam bath in the rear of their home. For those who live in rented homes, apartments, or rooming houses, there are public baths. San Francisco has several, one at 2284 Market Street, at 1911 10th Street in Berkeley, and 1001 Santa Clara Avenue in Alameda. Finnish independence is on December 6th, and the appearance in book form of the ancient sagas, the Kalevala, is observed on February 28th. So then Independence Day, and then the Swedish-speaking Finns celebrate the birthday of the poet Runeberg on February 5th. Churches: Finnish Evangelical Lutheran, 50 Belcher Street, Siemens Mission, 1 Mission Street. Alameda County Finnish Apostolic, 816 Channing Way in Berkeley. Hey, that's my old house that I lived at. Holy Trinity Evangelical Lutheran, 2149 Byron Way in Berkeley. Finnish Apostolic, 2437 Byron Way in Berkeley. I was just kidding. I did live on Channing Way in Berkeley, but the number was different, obviously. I lived there between 1999 and 2002. About 3.5 years, I think. So, next, organizations in San Francisco: Order of Runeberg, 3543 18th Street. And an Alameda County Finnish Cooperative Club, 1819 10th Street in Berkeley. And Finnish Brotherhood Hall, 1970 Chestnut Street in Berkeley. Order of Runeberg, 1970 Chestnut Street in Berkeley. Okay. Let's just pause, okay? Somebody's making a lot of noise. I can't hear myself think. But Facebook.com, Yozallplay is my page. YOSALLPLAY. See you guys later.